Welcome to Detroit Sports Jersey, Saturdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, broadcasting live from Detroit and stretching to the heart of Central Texas, here on WCHB 1200 and 99.9 FM, with co-host Longhorn. Straight sports talk, no professionals here. Live call-in number 313-568-1200. And now, here's your host that never gets it right but is never wrong, Will Sims.
All right, welcome to Detroit Sports Jersey, March the 21st, 2015. What time is it, Longhorn?
Game time, prime time. Detroit Sports Jersey time. What's up, Brother Will?
All right. Now, I'm your host, Will, with the Longhorn. Throw out the number, 313-568-1200. A couple of things we're going to talk about today. Opening season for baseball is a couple of weeks away, so... Basically, I want to know, Longhorn, and I want to ask the people what done happened to the African-American baseball players. Also, we're going to get off into the tournament. You know, I'll give you my brackets, how I'm doing. You know.
Yes, how you doing, Will? How you doing?
You know, and but first I want to start off by saying that last week, Longhorn, when we got off the show, you know, caller, we didn't have enough time for you to address this caller, said that you was glad to see that Sue was leaving. Now, the great people of Detroit, I'm going to let the Longhorn address that. But before that, the Longhorn sent me a very interesting email and saying that single-handedly he's taken down the Lions organization. He was orchestrated in getting Sue to Miami, South Beach, as a matter of fact. He said they call him Lucius down there. He's in control of the empire. Now, I was disturbed by this email that the Longhorn sent me, calling himself Lucius, and he's going to single-handedly destroy. Y'all thought Matt Millen destroyed the organization. He said, wait till he's through with it. So, Longhorn, I'm going to let you address the great people of Detroit on that caller that called in last week when you said that you was glad to see Sue leave. 313-568-1200 if y'all want to address Lucius. Go ahead, Longhorn. Talk
First of all, let's set the record straight. I'm a diehard Lions fan, but I don't like distractions in the Lions' den. For the pride of the Lion, I'm glad that this tsunami has left the shores of Belle Isle beaches, because we don't have time for distraction. Of course, Sue is great player, granted that. But one player does not make up the whole team. Yes, he's a great player. He pulls double teams, and he allows all the defensive players to do what they have to do. But you just think of the word team. There's no I in team. There's no I in teamwork. So it takes the other 10 players on the other defensive line to make up the defensive team. So we're going to see now where the rubber meets the road on how our defense is going to pull up, you know, grab their line mains, come up to the line and show us what. Now our offense, now they got to do a gut check and pull up their lines mains and show us where their rubber meets the road and what the real deal is. So yes, I'm glad that tsunami has left the shores of Belle Isle Beach. So there it is in a nutshell, and let the record say that I am not Lucius, I am the Longhorn, and I'm a true diehard Lions fan. Let the Lions roar. 313-568-1200. If you hear me, holler back.
All right, on here on WCHB 1200 and 99.9 FM. Okay, Longhorn, let's jump off into this, and I want the people to chime in also. They want to chime in on this conversation. We're a couple of weeks away from opening day, you know, Major League Baseball. Of course, David Price has been named opening starter for the Detroit Tigers, April the 6th, 2015. They'll be going against Minnesota. I want to know what has happened to all the African-American baseball players. I mean, the numbers are down tremendously. As a matter of fact, there's only 2% of college players that play baseball are African-Americans.
Well, you know, if you look at the percentage-wise, opening day in 2014, it was only 8.2. 2013, it was only 8.3. 2012 was 8.9. It's dropped off big time. But I posed that question to one of my friends down here. You know what he told me?
What's that?
He said, let's twist it around. He said, Longhorn, I don't want you throwing the card out there on baseball. He said, if you're going to throw the card out there on baseball, he said, how many white people are complaining about the number of brothers that are playing in the NFL and that are playing in the NBA?
Well, see, Longhorn, I don't want to turn this into no race issue.
I said, that's not the race card. I said, I'm just asking a fact on what happened to the brothers who are playing baseball. What about the draft? You know what I'm saying? Because you think about the Latino players in 2014, they're at 28.4%. 2013 on opening day, that was 28.2%. But you just think about it. I did some crunching of some fuzzy numbers here, because you know how you got your fuzzy number stats.
Go ahead.
In 2014, the opening day for the white players was 60.9%. 2013, it was 61.2%. Even they're going down in percentage of baseball players. And, you know, it's been over 67 years since Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier in baseball, you know. And even he wanted diversity in the coaching staff, players, and the front office.
We'll see.
So I don't know where we're going as far as, like, scouts going out and scouting colored players, you know, black players. But
well, see, to me, this is not a race issue. I don't want to turn it into no race issue. Matter of fact, I think we should be pushing more African Americans towards playing baseball, because actually that's the only sport that you can get drafted out of high school and get paid for while you still in college or in their farm system. Now, in 2014, there was 3 teams that had no blacks on it, which were the St. Louis Cardinals, San Francisco Giants, and the Arizona Diamondbacks. You know, so all I just want to know, you know, so of course the Dominican and the Cubans, you know, lead majority of them players that's out that they going out there to get to play for the teams now. So I would suggest that instead of pushing my kids, especially with football, man, with all these concussions. Matter of fact, we just had a player, well, he only played 1 year in the NFL from the 49ers, retired. So with all these concussions and long-term injuries that they sustain, and I suggest that people do push their kids more into baseball. But you can get anywhere from $1 million to $3 million a year, and while you still in college and won't nothing happen to you.
Yeah, your life expectancy is pretty long in baseball. I think, because you think about how many concussions you're going to get in baseball, unless you got some wiry pitcher out there who can't get across the diamond or always throwing a pitcher batter's head. So, yeah, your life expectancy is pretty long in baseball. So, like I said,
Longhorn, I'm not turning this into a race issue. I just want to know. See, I think it becomes a race issue with people when they talk about the hiring of the managers. I think that, the manager of Major League Baseball. I don't think there's too many managers in baseball, you know, African American managers in baseball these days. But as far as the players, I just think we just don't, you know, grasp that as they did back in the, back in the day.
Well, in 2014, there was only one African American manager. 2014, and 2013 and 12, there was only 3. And the largest number you have in 2009, 2010, that was 5. So I don't understand it either. So the people in Detroit, we asked them, what done happened to the African American baseball players? Maybe y'all have some information out there. Share it with the people. Chime in 313-568-1200. Longhorn done gave his opinion. I done gave mine. I just, was curious about this when the Tigers, named David Price, the starting pitcher against the Minnesota Twins, which, by the way, was stopping the streak of Verlander, opening up 7 consecutive years for the Tigers. So, and by the way, he'll be a free agent after this year. They better go on and sign him. Well, the boy
is bad. The boy is bad. The boy is bad.
Hey, he might do the old tsunami on him. He might have the Verlami, whatever they call it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Verlander, he's recovering from that injury, though. So, so maybe that's why Price is going to get out there in the bullpen and start it off.
Yeah.
Where you think we're going to the World Series this year, Will?
No, I think that window done closed on that. Verlander ain't how he used to be.
Right.
Miguel, he still puts up numbers. JD Martinez, he puts up numbers. But I just got a feeling that the bullpen, they have done nothing to improve the bullpen.
Right.
So, you know.
You're only as well as your pitching staff. You're only as well as the pitching staff.
I mean, right now, I know these games don't count, but in the preseason, they getting smoked. I mean,
That's
really.
Right.
I mean, the Yankees beat up on them yesterday, 11-2.
11-2. That's right. And the Yankees, they're not really as a good a team as people think they are. The Yankees go off their history more so. They live still off the history of the Yankees. So I think in the long run, the Lions going to make a good charge, but hopefully they don't do like the Pistons, as we see the Pistons going downhill fast. I don't understand.
That boat done been sailed.
Is it sailed like the Bob Lowe boat?
Yeah, that boat done been sailed, man. For real.
We need to start looking for draft picks again already.
Yeah. I tell you what, let's take a quick commercial break, and I got a very special guest that's about to enter the studios at a last-minute surprise. He is a legend here in Detroit. Just walked into studios, pat me on my shoulder. Let's take a quick commercial break, and I'm going to introduce this gentleman soon as we get back. 313-568-1200. A lot of y'all know this legend. We'll be back after a word from our sponsor.
Hey everyone, exciting news. Corporate executive Latrice Collins has created a new webinar titled Brand Ignition. This powerful 2-hour webinar is made specifically for individuals looking to move up in their career. The program is packed full of career-changing information. To enroll, go to www.thecareerbrand.com. That's www.thecareerbrand.com. Detroit Sports Jersey is sponsored by Fiverr.com/ENO Productions. For professional photo montages at a fraction of the price, check out Fiverr.com/ENO Productions. This is where Detroit Sports Jersey goes for video work week after week. ENO Productions is capable of taking on all different kinds of projects, from commercials to weddings and so much more. That's Fiverr.com/ENO Productions. That's Fiverr.com/ENO Productions.
Detroit Sports Jersey is sponsored by PrettySettyHair.com. Beautiful, top-quality Brazilian, Malaysian, and Peruvian hair extensions. Our natural virgin Brazilian body wave hair is one of the highest quality Brazilian human hair on the market. Each bundle has been collected from select donors, and all cuticles are intact. All of our natural virgin Brazilian body wave hair has undergone a quality assurance process to ensure it is free of imperfections. Our bundles start at 10 inches for $50 and ship within 10 days. Get the soft, gorgeous, and manageable hair you have always wanted. Shop now at PrettySettyHair.com or call 334-327-3098.
Detroit Sports Jersey is sponsored by Regal Nova. Sell used truck tires in your area. Make an extra $5,000 to $10,000 a month. Call Glenn at 949-205-9047 for details. That's 949-205-9047. Hey everyone, exciting news. Corporate executive Latrice Collins has created a new webinar titled Ignition. This powerful 2-hour webinar is made specifically for individuals looking to move up in their career. The program is packed full of career-changing information. To enroll, go to www.thecareerbrand.com. That's www.thecareerbrand.com.
All right, welcome back to Detroit Sports Jersey. I'm your host, Longhorn. What time is it, Longhorn?
Game time, prime time, Detroit Sports Jersey time. What's up, brother Will?
All right. We got a very special guest in the studios today. The man is a legend. Wow. It's not a myth. It's a legend. Take that call on line one, the producer. But anyway, let me introduce this gentleman right here, Mr. Billy T.
What's happening, man?
All right.
Billy T.
105.9. He decided to drop in and chime in and give his expert opinion on sports.
I don't know how expert it is, but I got an opinion.
Y'all can check him out on 105.9 FM up here in Detroit. Billy T,
we right across the hall. It's all family right here, you know.
Billy T, what done happened to the African Americans in sport?
In baseball, it is so strange, isn't it? But I think it's been said before. The inner city, they don't promote it at all. It's a slower sport in a sense of it's not fast and exciting like basketball and football, and we're not taught it. And another thing I was just thinking about was, if your daddy don't take you to a baseball game, you're not watching a baseball game. You need to go to the baseball game, feel the vibe of the stadium. It's not like sitting in the baseball park on a beautiful day watching a baseball game. It's just a beautiful thing. But if you've never done it, it means nothing to you.
And baseball is better in person than on TV.
Oh, much better.
Much better.
I'd rather go to, of all the sports, actually, I think I'd rather go to a baseball game live in the summertime. Now, that October stuff is a little too cold for me. But in the middle of summer, it's a beautiful thing. Basketball, when I go to a live basketball game, it is almost like these guys don't even care. They don't have any energy. It's the most boring thing in the world to watch. Football is fun because you get that moment of boom, 10 seconds of excitement, then it slows down. So, but all these games, it's the excitement of the game. But if you've never been to a game, it's a dying art almost in America.
Exactly. Let's go to line one, talk to the caller. Caller, thanks for calling Detroit Sports Jersey. I'm your host, Will, with Billy T, special guest in the studio. How can we help you?
Hey, how you doing, guys? I was just going. I received. I want to thank you guys for sending me that package for last week.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Glad you got it.
Yeah, and I want to say, I don't know. When I was growing up down south, we had a baseball team. Almost every school I knew had a baseball team alongside the football. I played a little baseball and football, but I didn't really care for baseball that much. But a lot of kids did. I don't know right now if they get, all my kids grown. I know my daughter, I signed her up for the baseball team when she was going to school. But I don't see the guys playing baseball like they do football.
Right.
In school.
Yeah.
They should be in school.
Now, what about Little League?
It's a fun game to play.
The Little League.
Are there Little Leagues anymore? That used to be the other thing in the neighborhood. We had a Little League team. Every neighborhood had their own Little League team. That was part of the excitement, too.
That's true.
It introduced you to the game.
Oh,
I don't see.
And one more thing about the Tigers, I always tell a good friend of mine, she loved the Tigers. I said, well, enjoy the first half of the season. After the All-Star break, they're going to come down like a kamikaze.
Stop it.
Come on, Glenn. Why you so hard on her like that?
Because they do it every year, man. Every year.
This is true.
Yeah, I have a friend that went to school with in Mississippi. She works for the last team that won the World Series last year, and they came to Detroit.
The Giants.
Yeah, they came to Detroit a few years ago, and I got a chance to see her in 40 years. She rides with the players and makes accommodations, but she calls me all the time. We're going to put a whooping on you guys again.
Okay, Glenn, we appreciate you. You take it easy. Thanks for calling.
Take it easy, Glenn.
Yeah, those Giants are all of a sudden a dynasty.
I think Billy T got a good point about the baseball. Because, Will, we played baseball on the same Little League team. I was the pitcher, you was the catcher. You used to do it up back in the day. You made an all-star team.
Yeah.
And that was your introduction.
Baseball is a little slow for some people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's better, like Billy T said, when you go in person and watch it.
Yeah.
I went to a couple of Tiger games last year, and I had a wonderful time.
It's a beautiful day, man.
Matter of fact, I was sitting behind third base a couple of times, man.
Nice.
And I was kind of, messing with the
players?
No, the fans, because I went there to watch them play Seattle. It's funny that the guy said about Seattle. He's talking about the Giants, but anyway, it's fun when you interact with the
other fans there, yeah.
And you root for the other team, and they Tigers fans.
Oh, no, you did not.
Oh, man, I had a ball, man. Let's go to line one, see what this caller has to say. Thanks for calling Detroit Sports Jersey.
Yeah, I had my son in T-ball. Think Detroit and Pale are still having summer series with the children and getting them into the T-ball and baseball games in the city of Detroit.
Do you know when they's up and started running? Maybe you can pass the information along to people?
You contact Pale, and they signed up a bunch of students, and they've been playing since they were 6 or 7 years old. It was too cute.
Now, do your son love baseball?
No.
Is this team cooking?
Golf tournaments and basketball, but that's about it.
Well, but
you take him out there, ma'am, regardless.
Yeah. That's the good thing, though, is she's introducing him to different sports.
Yeah, that's a good.
You know, that's the whole thing. Just introduce them to these sports, and they let them decide what they like. I mean, that's all you can do. That's all you can do.
Yeah, you can't force it on. No, don't force it on, because they hate it then.
If I get a kid...
They'll hate you, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks for calling in. Appreciate you listening.
If I had a kid, I'd push him...
They get up there, strike out on purpose if they don't like it.
Like, take that, Dad. But look, I'd push a kid into baseball. Say, man, try this. Look, you ain't going to get hit in the head unless you get hit by the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not going to get a concussion for the most part. I'd push him into baseball, tennis, or golf. Big money sports.
True.
Big money sports, and they're more individual. Well, golf and tennis are more individual. Baseball's still a team sport, which is good, but I just, you know, when you start looking at football, man, it's just the injury fact comes into play to me.
Billy T, I think the problem with parents come, like you said, the golf and the tennis, the equipment, the cost, exactly. The cost of the equipment is so expensive.
But if it works out, it all pays off.
And like we were talking about
you make your little Tiger Woods out there. Exactly. It's all good.
And like we were talking about the baseball early, baseball is the only sports where you could actually get drafted out of high school and make money.
Now that's another
straight
thing.
Out of high school.
Yeah.
Why is it that baseball, golf, and tennis, and swimming, and even hockey, you can leave high school and go directly into that sport? You got 14-year-old kids going pro in golf and tennis. Why is it that those sports, you can go directly into them, but football and basketball, oh, no, hold on, you've got to do a year in college, whether you want to or not. What the hell is that?
Exactly.
Yeah,
What's up with that?
You can even get paid endorsements in high school for those other sports. You can't do it for
not in
football or basketball.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's switch topics here, Billy T. Let's talk about the brackets, NCAA.
I've got mine.
Tournament.
March Madness.
There's only one team you need to even think about.
Oh, Lord, here we go.
I mean, what else is there? There's only one team that matters.
Kentucky.
Yes. That's it.
Okay, all right.
Nothing else matters.
Okay, Kentucky. Until the Kentucky falls, and then everybody's going to drop.
They're not going to fall. They're not going to fall. It's a done deal. Just call me at the Final Four. Okay? I don't need to watch all these other games.
Final Four teams are still in it. I picked Kentucky to go against Wisconsin and Duke to go against Louisville.
You ain't got Michigan State in your Final Four?
Man, please, come on.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
You got to have one home team in there.
Come on, they barely won the other day.
But they won.
Yeah, they barely.
All you got to do is win. All you got to do is win.
You can't keep barely winning.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Hey, Will, his team going to barely win all the way to the Final Four.
Hey, whatever it takes, baby. But, Kentucky, this is one of those teams I think a lot of people want to see them go all the way and win that thing because it's just one of those rare things, you know what I mean?
Been done since 76.
And I was thinking about when the whole country kind of gets behind a team. I can think of 2 times in my memory where the country got behind a team, not just college. The 72 Dolphins, when they went the whole season, it felt like the whole country wanted them to win, was rooting for them. I'm sure there were a few that weren't, but, you know, people wanted them to win. The other one was the Pittsburgh Pirates with Willie Stargell. I think it was 79. And that run that they had, and they had that song, We Are Family, and it was just Pop Stargell and that whole vibe of the Pittsburgh Pirates and the whole country. It felt like everybody was rooting for this team to win, and it was a beautiful thing. I'm sure there's always going to be people who don't want them to win. The other time that I think a lot of people were rooting for a team to go undefeated was just recently with the Patriots. When they went undefeated. Oh, yeah, and they lost
the Giants.
Yeah, I was not rooting for them. I was rooting for the Giants, okay? I'm a hater. I don't like the Patriots. I was rooting against them in the Super Bowl this time. But when a team is on that momentum, you want to see them go all the way. You know, because it's so rare.
I want to see Kentucky win it all.
Hey, man.
I'm not going to lie. Yeah. Now, would I love to see Michigan State win? Of course. But
we know it.
You ain't going to go for Michigan State, brother. Win it all. Come on now.
Okay, let's do it. Sure. But they're not on an undefeated run like Kentucky. And that's what I'm saying. It's such a unique thing that people like to see that, you know.
Speaking of winning and not winning, When is your Lions going to win something, Billy T?
Hey, they're going on an undefeated run this year. The whole world.
Billy T with me, brother. Hey, the Lions den is going to roar. We're going back to the Super Bowl next year.
Back? We got to get there the first time.
313-568-1200.
I'm talking about, we got to get there the first time.
If the Lions go to the Super Bowl, I think a lot of people will be rooting for them because they're the ultimate underdog. And if they get that far, I think they will pick up a lot of new fans in the country saying, wow, look at these guys, and we'll get that push, that uplifting.
But Billy T, their decision-making sucks.
Well, that might change. We got a new coach.
That can't get you to the Super Bowl.
Well, let's give them a chance for crying out loud.
We've been giving them a chance since 57.
It's a new season.
We're working on it, man.
It's a new season.
We're working on it.
Right.
Oh, y'all working on it. Oh.
It's a new season, man. Come on.
We're working on it. Give us a chance.
Can we start the season before you start beating us up?
How do you feel about them getting rid of Sue or letting Sue go or walk, should I say? They didn't get rid of him. They let him walk.
Well, my question is did it have to go that way? If they knew they were going to let him walk, and I don't know this, but how does that work before their time is up? Could they have traded him and got something for him? I don't know.
Yes, yeah. They could have traded him and got 2 first-round picks for him.
Well, why wouldn't they do something like that?
Once again, it goes back. They decision-making sucks.
Okay.
Get something. Don't let this man just walk.
I always wondered about that. I'm like, wait a minute, couldn't they have traded him? Now, when his time is up, he has an opportunity to go to free agency and do his thing. But before that, like last year, could they have said, hey, wait a minute, let's see what we can get for this guy?
They lost Fairley, they lost Sue, so now they have nothing to show. They have nothing to show for their 2010, 2011 draft picks. Nothing. Everybody gone. Mm-hmm. Everybody's gone.
Yeah.
Even Jarvis Best, due to retirement of injury, everybody's gone. They have nothing.
The tsunami has left the ship. The tsunami has left the shores of Belle Isle. We're moving on.
I mean, I like watching the Lions, but I can't root for them because of their decision-making.
Well, I can still root for them. I'm always going to root for my home team. But it can be disappointing.
Billy T, why you want to be let down every Sunday like that?
I love it. I'm a glutton for punishment.
Because of that decision making.
I'm a glutton for punishment. I love it. I don't care, man. I'm rooting for the home team. I don't care what nobody say.
Do you root for them Pistons?
Yes, I do.
You do love misery.
I don't watch them. I don't watch them, but I do root for them.
At least Billy T honest people out here. At least he's honest.
I'm rooting for the home team, or I'm a homer, or I don't care.
What do you see that they got to do out there to turn it around out there?
Where? The Palace?
The Palace, yeah. Cause
I don't know. I don't watch them.
It up.
I don't watch them. But see, the Pistons have won. It's not like they've never won. It's been a while, but they have won.
Okay.
So don't act like they just, they're just in a turmoil right now.
You know one owner that's act crazy, that act like they ain't never won, and he got a passion, and that's what you guys need here. Not the crazy.
Jerry Jones?
He act like Dallas ain't never won a Super Bowl.
He's always hungry.
He act like they never won.
They'll never win again.
Yeah.
I hope they never win again. Not a Dallas fan.
All right.
They stole our colors.
Okay, now, man. Did they steal that touchdown last year, too?
Yes, they did.
Get on out of here.
They ripped us off.
All right, we about to get up out of here. Last word, Longhorn.
Game time, prime time, Detroit sports jersey time, and I'm gone.
I'd like to thank Billy T for stopping in.
Hey, thanks for having me, man.
Anytime, 105.9 FM here in Detroit. Y'all can catch him. I don't know your schedule, but
you just turn it on. I'll be
all the time, everywhere. All right, until next week, Detroit sports jersey. We up out of here 3 p.m. every Saturday. Peace.
Thank you, listeners from Detroit to Central Texas, for joining us here live on Detroit Sports Jersey with your host, Will Sims, and co-host Longhorn. Every Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern, right here on WCHB 1200 AM and 99.9 FM. Visit us at DetroitSportsJersey.com. Straight sports talk. No professionals here. Have a great weekend.